Welcome. And yes, he is coming. There's a new bad guy in the Avengers universe. And he's coming. And his name is Galactus. Now, Galactus is a name I don't have to sell you on Screen Ping fans. You already know who he is. The destroyer of worlds. The immortal. In early drafts of the Avengers Endgame, they were going to work Galactus into the film. But it was taken out due to the fact that Annihilus was also brought up as another character that they're going to use. And during the next trilogy that they're going to have for Avengers, this setup here is going to be one to be remembered for a very long time. Because now they're going to get into more of these celestial battles that they kind of didn't touch on, but they kind of did a little bit of with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange 2 will be the setup for the beginning of the new Avengers. Thor will not be in the new Avengers, from what I've been told. I was told Doctor Doom is not going to be in the new Avengers. But we will see the X-Men appear in the new Avengers film in the next three. Galactus, the script has already been laid out for Galactus in the new Avenger film. They left the breadcrumbs in Endgame so that you guys would follow, which if they had Silver Surfer, it would have been him talking with the Ancient One. And not the Incredible Hulk. But once they said, and everybody omitted the fact, and the big key thing that was missing is when she spoke about the Infinity Stones without their primary weapon against evil that was keeping out everything. People don't realize now that the stones have been returned back to their world, they have no time stones on Earth. Doctor Strange doesn't have his key weapon. So he's going to have a very hard time when someone comes knocking, like Galactus. And that's how they're setting up Avengers. He's coming. He's taking his time, but he's coming. So they're going to do just like Thanos. They're going to build Galactus up to be the baddest thing ever. And in the final film, we'll see the big showdown with Galactus and the Avengers. But I'm hearing Annihilus will probably be the first one up to bat as the bad guy in the Avengers. After they fight the Skrulls. which we're telling the early parts of Captain Marvel 2 is going to be Secret Invasion. Now, that was supposed to be the Avengers script, but now they want to kind of write that in with Captain Marvel. So Captain Marvel's going to get her own dance party with the Skrulls, and that's going to lead and segue into Secret Invasion. A lot of jewels were dropped, if they would say. Who somebody dropped the jewels? But Galactus is coming. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. Tony Stark won't be alive. And he won't be in the Avenger films. And it's for financial reasons. You guys may not have noticed, but Tony had a very unique contract with Marvel. After Iron Man 3, his contract was expired. His contract was up with Marvel. So instead of getting a new contract with Marvel, and with a performance enhanced based contract, what you end up with is a different type of situation that you probably wasn't prepared or preparing for. If Avengers did over $700 million in revenue, he would get a percentage backing kick. Eventually that went up to $1 billion. Then I think 1.5 became the new number, because they were making those numbers with no problems, which means Tony is getting paid over roughly about $100 million a movie. I'm serious. He's making about 50, 60 million every time they do Avengers. On this one, he's making over 100 million guaranteed. He's getting over 100 million on the back end of this film. So having Tony go out in the way that he did was very vital for the Avengers moving forward. No Iron Man. And who else had a deal like that? Captain America. But we'll get into the financials later. I'll break it all down to you and explain why people had to go. People had to go. It's like, look, y'all getting too much bread around here. But let's stick to brass tacks. Well, here's the thing. Marvel have to pay to keep Spider-Man. They only have Spider-Man for just one more film. Now, then he goes back to Sony. Now, I'm quite sure Sony's going to say, I love what you guys have done with Spider-Man. Let's continue to do this joint venture. Rather than saying, we got it, we'll take it from here, Marvel. That would be very stupid of Sony. But I will never put nothing past the Sony. They're known for a lot of bonehead things. Yes, I did the truth behind Iron Man and broke down how Terrence Howard got screwed out of this, and I'm quite sure he'll never watch a Marvel movie. Everybody's waiting on that Marvel movie to bomb. Like, which is going to be the first Marvel movie to, like, bomb? They thought Black Panther was going to bomb? Nah. I knew that was going to hit. Marvel did $1 billion. If anything that was a bomb, or probably didn't do what they thought it was going to do, would be Ant-Man and the Wasp. The first Ant-Man did good for what they thought. They projected a lot lower numbers for Ant-Man, and it came out and did quite well. And to me, the Ant-Man movies are great. I don't understand, like, why maybe because it's not a lot of the Marvel guys in it. There's more espionage in it. This new Avenger movie was more like an Ant-Man movie than any other movie that's probably been made. No, you got Thor versus Hulk when they fought in the arena in Thor Ragnarok, and when they fought on Earth. That was about as much as you were gonna get. And Thor Ragnarok is the last Thor movie you're gonna see. They're not making any more Thor movies. The God of Thunder is retiring, as Thor will now be in space with Guardians of the Galaxy, where he may be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. He's just somewhere in space. Going on new adventures. Will Loki be back? I doubt it. There have been no plans of bringing back Tom Hiddleston's character. He's got a couple of films coming out, and once he dated Taylor Swift, that was like cancerous to his career. He didn't realize he was gonna get dumped as quick as he did. He thought he had to do something wrong. It's like, dude, this Taylor Swift. This is what she does. It's very swift. The relationships are very swift. No, Iron Man's already there. They already got their new Iron Man. You saw him in Endgame. Now, the thing about the new script is Galactus is coming to take over Earth. They no longer have the time stone to protect. So people like Dormammu, who's not going to come back, people didn't realize that Galactus was actually in Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer. See, the problem is Sony still has license to Silver Surfer, I think, for 3 more years. So when they do the big unveil for the next Avengers movie, Silver Surfer will be over there with Marvel, and they can work the Silver Surfer in. And believe me, you're not going to care anything. When Silver Surfer comes on in Marvel, when they get the X-Men and do what they're going to do with him, you're not going to care anything about these Avengers here. You're going to forget about all these characters. Think about it. Guardians of the Galaxy did 2 films. Both of them were great. Iron Man had 1 great film. The other 2 were hush. Was like huff, huff, huff. The second one was so ridiculous. I'm just like, oh my God, this is bad. Like, really bad. They had the characters right. They had the cast right. And that seemed like the only thing they got right. I'm like, how do you make this mistake? No, they got a lot of stories to go on with Avengers. But they definitely going to do Secret Invasion. That script was already out there. The thing about it is they have so many changes of heart because there's so many brains in the room. If the decision was just down to people, simplify things. For Endgame, there's like alternate like scenes of what happened. Oh no, they kind of set up Black Panther 2 by mentioning the earthquakes in the water, talking about Namor being the new enemy in Black Panther 2. Now that Black Panther is successful, let's see if it gets the budget it deserves. No, without Doctor Strange 2 is going to bridge in the new Avengers. Because after Secret Invasion, they're going to realize that Galactus is going to realize that the Time Stone is not there anymore. And that was Galactus' weapon. He used to use the Power Stone. His source of energy comes from the Power Stone. And he would take the Power Stone and just completely destroy everything in his path. Oh, no problem. Well, the problem that a lot of people didn't see in the film was that Galactus was very, very heavy with his attack and very cunning, and he's a backstabber. He doesn't have a moral compass like Thanos. He doesn't have that code. He will lie to you. He'll do anything he can. Galactus just wants to rule and dominate and conquer worlds. That's what he wants. He wants to be looked at as a god. Hey, he didn't want to do it. He had no choice. To accomplish his goals, that's what was required. So he did what he had to do to stay in the game. Now, wow. Galactus is a Republican. No, Captain Marvel will be in the new Avengers. They'll keep her around. Whenever you do $1 billion in films, they're gonna keep you around, buddy. But I believe a lot of her interests, Captain Marvel to me was an okay movie. It was better than Thor: The Dark World. Oh my goodness, was Thor: The Dark World a mess? Oh my goodness. I'm serious. That had to be one of the worst messes I've ever seen on the screen. Thor: The Dark World. My goodness. That film just absolutely terrible. And you guys can hit the super chat button over here while we're live. No, because if you look at it, it was one great movie, Iron Man, that started the movement. Iron Man 2 was a bunch of I don't know what that was. And then you got Iron Man 3. Okay, and Iron Man 3 was, I have no idea what Iron Man 3 was. It was started off as a good movie because it showed Tony having to use his brain to think without the suit. And when it got to that part, I'm like, okay. What's up? The Gambit movie is put on ice due to the buyout between Sony and Fox and Disney. So during that merger, all projects was like put on hold. We still don't even have a release date for New Mutants. People think that might just go to Netflix. Welcome to the movie game. It was talks of bringing in the real Mandarin. That's why they set that little movie scene up to make it look like the Mandarin was fake, because they realized people were really ticked off. So if you watch Thor: The Dark World, it finished what Iron Man 3, to finish the story on Iron Man 3. To make that character who was supposed to be the Mandarin, made him mimic the fact, and showing his life in jail and everything else. All the movies I want to see are coming out this month. I got Godzilla, King of the Monsters coming. I got Ma coming. Ma is crazy. It's gonna blow y'all mind. Then they finally got a black coming of age film, and it's a Back to the Future type film. Spike Lee produced it. I think that's coming straight to Netflix though. We've already seen the film, but you guys will love it. Joker's coming out. The new heroes, no one know yet. They're really keeping that to the chest because they just don't know. They know who's all gonna be there and who's not. Like who's leaving, who all is staying. All right, there we go. The Rise of Onslaught. Well, we got a very big movie, what's his name? That's coming out. Brightburn. Brightburn is the Superman origin story told from the dark side. If Superman didn't come here to be our savior and just came here to start killing people and win evil. And James Gunn has made that story. Brightburn. Made out to Brightburn, Kansas. Superman gone bad. Can't wait to see that one. Oh, the trailer's out. The trailer's intense. James Gunn, who did the Guardians of the Galaxy, is doing that. But I gotta go, y'all. I'm finna hit the gym up. And they finna hit this music stuff that I don't listen to. Can't work out to this.